759 Sector C.
Carol! We gotta go! We gotta get out of here! We gotta go right now!
Listen to me, Steve.
No, you don't understand! We've gotta go!
Go where?
No, we gotta go! What the hell are you talking about?
Steve, this is important. Go where? That's right. Go where? What happened in your room? Are you listening? What happened in your room is not an isolated incident. It is something that is happening everywhere to everyone. So, where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna run? Where are you gonna hide? Nowhere. Because there's no one like you left.
We weren't interested in what deals did to the subject. We just wanted to know if you could engineer a change that would be passed on. And we did. As an experiment. It was a success.
Success? Did you just... My father died of this?
I've done so many terrible things. But what we are doing is right.
Did you just say right?
Brown people, white people, Jews. I assume you're referring to Carvel's supposed paper on eugenics. But Carvel was misunderstood.
Yeah. Just like Hitler.
He wasn't talking about race, he was talking about survival. We've now passed 7 billion on this planet. When I was born, it was a little over 2. Food prices are rising, oil is ending. When our resources end in 20 years, given everything that we know of our species, do you really think we're going to just share?
So your answer to that is some kind of genocide?
No, it is not. It is not genocide. Our answer to this is Janus. Janus consists of a protein and an amino acid. Independently of each other, they're harmless. But when they're brought together in the subject, they act as a genetic trigger that prevents chromosomal division. The cell targeted can no longer replicate itself and is thereby rendered useless. The change is permanent and hereditary.
And which cells are targeted?
Those that control fertility, Becky. The purpose of Janus is to sterilize. The purpose of Janus is to sterilize the entire human race. We predict the population will plateau at 500 million in just under 100 years.
19-foot structure mysteriously appeared in 1979, described with 10 guiding principles, leading to countless rumors and conspiracy theories about who built them and why. Don White is live with a closer look at the damage. And Don, it looks a lot different right now than it did even when we were looking at this location just about an hour ago.
Well, that's right, Jennifer. It was about 20 minutes ago we were looking outside of the window, and then we saw a backhoe pushing down those structures down there. There were about 4 of them still standing, and all that remains right now is that mangled pile of rubble.
None of this is accidental. To those who are aware of the New World Order and of the Illuminati elite who run our world system, we know that they use the Hegelian dialectic of thesis, antithesis, and solution to bring about their desired changes upon society in ways which would seem natural and without suspicion to the ignorant and unobservant eye. In 1968, the Club of Rome met at Rockefeller's private estate in Bellagio, Italy. This think tank's job was to invent a crisis which would have a programmed response, to which they would then offer their pre-planned and long-awaited solution. This is how they bring order out of chaos, or as they love to call it, ordo ab chaos. Their purpose was to find a way to unite humanity in a common cause, and the catalyst for this unity would need to be an artificially created disaster of global scope and with global consequences. They came up with the idea of climate change. The Club of Rome claimed, "We are facing an imminent, catastrophic, ecological collapse, and our only hope is to transform humanity into a global interdependent, sustainable society based on respect and reverence for the earth. They believe humanity is the cancer, and in order to heal, Earth needs to purge herself of this disease. Overpopulation is said to be the cause of all Earth's current ills and woes. On 22nd of April 1970, Earth Day was first celebrated, harnessing the anti-war, anti-authoritarian, and anti-religious feelings of the Vietnam protesters and redirecting their rage and energy into a new cause to fight for, a new enemy to stand against, and a new religion to believe in, that of Mother Earth. In 1972, the Club of Rome published Limits to Growth, the Plan for Sustainable Development and the Remedy for Overpopulation. Maurice Strong and Mikhail Gorbachev, both co-authors of the Earth Charter and Agenda 21, have called for the collapse of industrialized society and the end of national sovereignty. Gorbachev stated, "My hope is that this charter will be a kind of 10 commandments." The Georgia Guidestones are just what he was talking about. Built in 1979 on a hill in Alberton, Georgia, they were commissioned and paid for by an anonymous donor who used the pseudonym R.C. Christian. They are 21-meter-tall granite stone slabs with guides or commandments written on them in 8 different languages. They call for a new world order and a new world religion. Their prevailing theme is unity against climate destruction and the need to reduce the world population to 500 million people. Pope Francis has lent his hand to this fight. In his Save the Earth letter, he wrote that the earth, our sister, our mother, is in a crisis because of our harm to her, inflicted through our greed, materialism, and consumerism. He called for swift action and change of lifestyles, while the earth cries and the poor suffer. He claimed that the environment crisis was a moral and ethical imperative.
Pope Francis greeted everyone as a sign of respect, even the Swiss guard on duty at the Casa Santa Marta entrance. Staff from Lamborghini, the luxury car brand, awaited him outside the residence. The Pope greeted Stefano Domenicali, president of Lamborghini since 2014. He spent the 23 previous years in Formula One with Ferrari. This is the Huracan model they presented to Pope Francis, a one-of-a-kind edition of one of Lamborghini's best models. It's a combination of luxury and power, complete with the Vatican color scheme. First, Pope Francis signed it. Then he blessed it. Now he will send it to an auction. The money raised will go to 3 large humanitarian projects. The first one helps Christians who fled the Islamic State to return to their homes in the Nineveh Plains in Iraq. The second aids female victims of human trafficking and prostitution. The third involves 2 social initiatives. One foundation operates on children in Africa whose hands have been wounded or amputated. Another assists with development programs in the Central African Republic.
Creature is born, the first plug-in hybrid V12 engine. To combine the sound of the engine with the light of a new beginning. Thunder and lightning finally together. Introducing the high-performance electrified vehicle. We accelerate toward the electric age with the roar of our history. Lamborghini Revuelto. From now on.
President Trump, who attended Fordham, a Jesuit university, came face-to-face today with the first Jesuit pope. The rest is history.
The US president has described the coronavirus vaccine as a Christmas miracle in his official message from the White House. Donald Trump and First Lady Melania have paid special tribute to health workers and scientists for helping the country pull through the pandemic.
We are delivering millions of doses of a safe and effective vaccine that will soon end this terrible pandemic and save millions and millions of lives. We're grateful for all of the scientists, researchers, manufacturing workers, and service members who have worked tirelessly to make this breakthrough possible. It is truly a Christmas miracle.